Taurus, welcome back to my channel. This is Nayanda back again. What's up, baby? To give you your prediction for the month of October. Don't you just love how I take time out of my busy schedule to make sure you know what's going on? Don't you just love that? I would hope you did. I'm really here because I fucked up. I didn't fuck up. I just I won't tell you about my woes. I didn't fuck anything up. I just am a hot ass mess, Taurus. So anyways, this is going to be a prediction for Taurus placements for the month of October. This will apply for Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and North Node. I'm just gonna keep the Venus in there. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, I apologize. The information on how to do so, or the link to do so, is in my bio below, rather. And if you would like to not necessarily get a personal live reading with me, and when I say that, what I mean is if you're a little shy and you don't want to go on FaceTime or on a phone call and have me do a live reading, I do have a $15 option for a written reading where you can ask me up to 3 questions. And I will send you a PDF file with your reading in it. I will need your name and your date of birth and your question in that. I didn't say that for the water signs, but I'll put that somewhere, probably on a community post. So if this does not apply, please do not force it to fit. And ¿qué más? And don't forget to check your other placements for a fuller message. All right, Taurus, let's go ahead and get into your reading. I did say everything right. Oh, also, thank you. I have a pendulum. Say hi to Penny. I don't know if I'm gonna name it Penny. So at the end of this video, I am going to be asking a yes or no question, or no, you can ask a yes or no question. So I want you to think about what your yes or no question is, write that whole down. And then at the end of this reading, we will be doing the yes or no question with my pendulum. Yay. I might use it for more, because I have a lot of shit that it answers. But anyways, so we're gonna get right into it, Taurus. So what is the general energy for Taurus placements for the month of October? Some of you guys aren't holding back on something that you want to do now. I'm getting you're being a lot more forward or brazen with what it is that you're expressing from yourself. Because you know that that's the way, you living in your truth is the way that you're going to alchemize and to manifest what exactly it is that you want to experience. For some of you guys, I'm hearing this does not have to be something massive. It doesn't have to be maybe you could want to be a superstar, but it could just be simply I want to have a healthier family dynamic. And I understand that for me to have a healthier family dynamic, I have to think and act like X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? If I want to just be happier on the day-to-day at my job. That's something that I've been working on. If I want to be happier on my day-to-day at my job instead of just going there and being oh, I fucking hate it here all the time, because you'll be surprised, Taurus, how much just your mindset, and I used to resent when people said stuff like that to me, how much your mindset will determine your experience. So it's if you go into a situation and you're oh my God, all I want to do is leave. I don't want to be here, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God. Oh, here it goes. Okay. I don't want to be here, blah, blah, blah. Then the entire time that you're going to be there, the time is going to go slower. You're going to be miserable. You're going to be annoyed. And it's not going to be because your job is inherently annoying, although it could be. It's going to be because you're going into something with a negative perspective. So it's kind of you might be realizing in the month of October how much having a negative mindset really does taint or paint a situation for you. And almost kind of okay, if I shift this mindset, or for some of you guys, it's about seeing the good in people or being more balanced and seeing the good in people. So it's when you shift your perspective on other humans and you realize that everybody is here and we're all trying to learn a lesson, and more often than not, and I hate to say this because there's a lot of things that people have said that I've always taken as oversimplifications that are actually very true. Once you understand it from an eagle's eye perspective, as opposed to just being in the mix of it. I'm trying to think of an example. So they always say that the people that you date and the people that you are friends with are where you're at mentally. It's just different manifestations of it. So it's if you meet people and people tend to be I'm trying to think of, I heard catty. Okay. If you meet people and you tend to meet people and they might get kind of catty or whatever the case might be. Although it might be on a drastic scale, or maybe the way that you perceive it. I love you, Taurians. I love y'all. Y'all be dead set on some shit. I'm right. Even if you're not right. I'm right even if I'm wrong. But like if you're meeting people that are catty or people that are vindictive or whatever like that, that means that inside of you there's a little bit of cattiness and vindictiveness. Maybe you don't express it in the way that they do, but it does exist inside of you. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like, you might be surprised to find out that there are lots of people that don't. Even if they do experience cattiness in people, they don't entertain those relationships, because instead of kind of staying around people that kind of harbor that kind of an energy, because some people, and I've noticed this with people that are kind of competitive, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people are more competitive than they might realize, and they can sense the competitiveness in others, but not in themselves. So it's like, for example, I'm trying to get into multiple industries that are very, very shallow industries. I'm not gonna lie to you. The music and the modeling industries, no matter what any of them fucking tell you, are very shallow industries, okay? The industry's shallow and the fans are shallow. I mean, they're coming for a very shallow thing. So it's like in fashion, they're coming for clothes and for beauty. That's what it is, very surface level, okay? They're not coming for your philosophy in life. They're not coming for that. They're coming for beauty and clothing. That's what they're there for. So when you go into these industries, you do tend to encounter a lot of very shallow people, and they're going to be very competitive and very shallow shit. Okay, Taurus. So it's like, but when you go into that, when I go into those environments, and this is to say, like, this is me being 30. If I was 22, my headspace would be totally different. Going into those places, and I can pick up on people that are catty, because deep down in me, I can be a little catty sometimes, but then there's like this reroute that I've programmed in my brain where it's like, you know what, I'm not even gonna exert energy into that because it's gonna ruin my experience. You have a catty vibe to you, that's cool. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna avoid you. I'm not gonna go around you. I'm not gonna try to trigger you, because back when I was in my 20s, bitch, if I knew I could bother you, my sister and I say this all the time, if I knew that I could trigger you, I would go out of my way to do it. That's the Scorpio ascendant in me. I would go, you bitch, you gonna mean mug me? I'm gonna make sure that I ruin your whole day. But in all reality, it's just like, it's paying energy into something negative, right? Instead of just being like, oh, that's a miserable bitch. I could ruin your day, but I'm not here for you. I'm here for this. So in fact, I'm gonna ignore your entire existence and just toss that to the side so that I can enjoy my experience today. How many people do I have to do that to? I don't even know at that point anymore, because I think that at that rate, I stop paying attention to other people and just focus on myself. And that completely changes my perspective and changes my experience, because now I'm not pinging every single negative vibe or negative look or negative whatever, because it's gonna be there. But just as much as there are people there that are haters, there's a lot of really nice people at these events. There are a lot of really nice people. People that are here to get a check, people that are here because this is their dream, people that are here that want to support other people. There's a lot of people that are like that. In fact, I would argue the majority of the people, now that I've shifted my mindset, the majority of people that at least I encounter are very nice people. Very nice, very humble, whatever. And the ones that aren't like that, they were never gonna come up to me anyway. I could pick up on it, but I just kind of ignore it. Almost, I don't even regard it anymore. And it's so funny because I've noticed a lot of people try to get me to pay attention to that. And it's funny because I just don't. And I've gotten really good about ignoring negativity, but I also experience a lot of hateration, holleration in the dancery. So it's just kind of, if it's gonna happen, it's just kind of like, you know, I just can't let it ruin my day. But the point that I'm making, Taurus, is that, I hope that wasn't a long example, but the point that I was trying to make is that life is what you make it, right? And people are not all bad. In fact, it's about half and half. People are either, no one person is just all bad unless they're like fucking Ted Bundy, okay? It's like, or like Hitler. It's like, and even that, well, anyway, not Ted Bundy, but the point that I'm making before I talk myself on a hole is that you experience what you choose to see in other people or what you choose to see in a situation. And you might be realizing in the month of October, like, damn, I'm really negative. Like, maybe I never noticed that before, but I'm a really negative person, or I might skew toward the negative, or I might give attention to negativity more than I even realized. And then now it's like in October, you're beginning to reroute your brain toward like, okay, maybe a little bit more sympathetic or a little bit more empathetic or whatever the need may be. It's not saying to be besties with everyone. It's just saying like, this situation could die if I let it. You know, I don't have to. Just because somebody or something calls to me does not mean I have to answer. And realizing how much you actually avoid by just detaching from the bullshit. And that also, like I said, that also gets, I hate saying the word manifestations because I feel like that they've kind of, social media has kind of ruined that whole concept, but it gets in the way of you living the life that you want or creating the life that you want. Once you cut off all ties to negativity, I'm not saying your life is going to be hunky-dory, okay? Because that's not how life works, but you and yourself will be a more balanced person. And you in that balance, you can handle more things. And when you can handle more things mentally, you can handle more things in the physical realm as well. So let's say, for example, you really want a job. You really, really want a job, or you really, really want something. But every time you get into a job or a workplace, you got drama with some coworkers, you got drama with the boss or whatever the case might be. And it's like, oh, why is it everywhere that I go, all this stuff starts? Well, here's a question for you. And I had to ask myself this too, Taurus. How many times did someone start? How many times did someone tit and you tat? And this is from a Scorpio dominant, okay? How many times did someone tit and you tat instead of just ignoring it? And I understand, because in my head when I was younger, I was more, I don't know why I'm lecturing you. When my head when I was younger, I'm like, if you tit, I have to tap because I have to show you that I'm not the one to fuck with. In all reality, if they, remember when you were a kid and somebody would bully you and people would say, just ignore a bully, it's gonna drive them fucking crazy? I promise you, Taurus, if you ignore a bully, it's gonna drive them fucking crazy. It's gonna drive them crazy, especially because when you don't give them anything to work off of or you don't interact with them, then they're just provoking you, and now you can just tell your manager, be like, hey, such and such has been doing this, and that, and I'm real good to play the fucking victim. Especially because I don't engage anymore, so I am the victim. So it's just kind of like, hey, you're talking to your boss. Okay, so I'm just gonna, for some reason I'm hearing Stephanie. So, listen, I've been working here for a couple months and, you know, I don't want to start any issues, but I have noticed that, like, Stephanie's been acting like X, Y, and Z a lot, and I've never really spoken to her before. You know what I'm saying? And it does make you, because you didn't give energy to the situation. People are going to see that you didn't give energy to the situation. Your coworkers are going to side with you because you didn't give energy to the situation. And it's just like, everybody's going to be able to see, like, yeah, Taurus is a stand-up. They're not problematic at all. They come to work on time. They do their job. Maybe I'll pull both of them in. And yeah, you'll have to interact with that person. Yeah, they're gonna be a fake bitch. But you already have the upper hand because you did not engage. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. And then when you realize, okay, I didn't engage with Stephanie, that doesn't mean she's not gonna be a hater. She's still gonna be a hater, but that's not your concern. It's not your fucking problem. She's gonna stew over there and be miserable by herself. That's fine. You don't need to do anything to her. Just leave her alone, okay? But I promise you, now people are watching Stephanie and her crooked bullshit, and they still see you as cute and professional and sweet. And then you start to realize how much not engaging in the fuckery really does push you forward in life. Okay, I think I've said enough. I think you get the point. Okay, so we're gonna get into, I haven't even gotten to your second deck. That's crazy. Okay, let's see. What can Taurus expect in the month of October? Well, you know, these are channeled messages, so maybe it was important that I said all that. What can Taurus expect in the month of October? There's something about enemies coming through. Or maybe you call people enemies. You could call people enemies. I don't know. Yeah, I'm hearing anemone though. It's really important, Taurus, in the month of October that you don't engage. Whatever happens in October, please do not engage, okay? You can look into like a transit chart for your own specific ascendant and all your planetary placements and see what could happen, because there is an eclipse that's happening, a solar eclipse. I don't know when it's happening, but it's happening in Libra. Bitch, I'm a Scorpio rising. It's happening in my 12th house. I am minding my business right now. But anyways, so you could find a work partner, Taurus. Or maybe you could end up working a lot and that's going to take time away from your relationship. I do see that here. Clarity on the courtship card. Like you and a partner. Yeah, some of you guys might be concerned. Or maybe you feel trapped in your relationship. That's also coming through here. For some of you people, like, maybe you feel like a relationship is a lot of effort and you feel kind of, or you're worried about being trapped in it. That's also coming through here. It's like trying to get your way in this relationship or trying to get where you want in this relationship. I'm hearing is for naught. So it's like, but I'm almost kind of getting, Taurus, for some of you guys, it could be a perspective thing. We're gonna pull on love when I get to the tarot. I'm not even in the tarot yet, but there could be, or you could be fearful that like your partner feels trapped with you. Clarity on toil and labor. There's something about putting a lot of effort towards something, or just feeling like putting a lot of effort towards something, or like you are putting a lot of effort towards something. I'm almost getting, for most of you guys, it'll be work though. It'll be like you're working a lot and you're kind of afraid, like, hey, is my partner gonna still be there, or are they still gonna love me, or am I giving them enough, or do they feel trapped, or something like that. I'm getting chills. That's also coming through. Maybe there's a conversation that needs to be had in October between you and your partner. And maybe the perspective, or how you're perceiving them, or how you guys are perceiving each other. There's something about your guys' intentions being blurred. It's like you're solely looking at the other person's actions and not their intention. So it's kind of, I'm hearing an example of like, let's say that you live with a partner, okay? And they have a certain habit that you don't like, right? Okay, I'm hearing leaving the toilet seat up. That would piss me off. That would piss me off. Anyway, like they leave, it's a man, and they leave the toilet seat up. And you've told them a million times, please don't leave the toilet seat up, right? And it's like, maybe they don't do it all the time, but maybe like in the middle of the night, if they happen to go to the bathroom and they're like half awake, they tend to leave the toilet seat up. And then you had to go to the bathroom, and you go into the bathroom and you fall into the toilet. Because I know, okay? So you fall into the toilet, and then now you're pissed off, Taurus, because you told them multiple times not to leave the toilet seat up. Now you're bugging out on them, freaking out, like, oh my God, bitch, not bitch, but you know what I'm saying? I told you a million times that blah, 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 blah. And it's like, although you do have your reason to be irritated, how it comes across to that person is you're coming across naggy. And they would be right. And they would be right. And the reason why I say that is because what you might not realize, Taurus, is that you might be really pushy. And this is an example, being really pushy about things being all your way. And I'm not saying that leaving the toilet seat up is a good thing. I'm not saying that. But ultimately, it's like when you're expressing something to another person, yeah, they need to do their part. But also when it comes to you, you also need to do your part in how you communicate. Because otherwise, if you care about this person and you love this person, you're going to make this person feel like they can't make you happy. Like, it's like, no matter what I do, Taurus is going to be pissed off. No matter what I do, Taurus is and I'm going to keep it a buck with you. No matter what I do, Taurus isn't going to bend. They're not going to compromise. They're not going to meet me halfway. They're just not going to do that. And then what ends up happening is resentment gets built up, because people typically, they'll grin and bear some things for a while, but then after a while of experiencing the same thing, which is a big reason why I try not to be a nagger, but it's like when it happens over and over and over and over and over again, you could feel all hunky-dory because it's like, yeah, they did what I wanted, but meanwhile, this person behind the scenes is building up resentment towards you and is like, I don't think I fuck with Taurus like that. Like, it's just, I'm gonna go home and here we go. What did I do wrong now? How did I make you unhappy now? Right, because everything I do is wrong. I don't know who I'm talking for. Everything I do is wrong. Now Taurus is mad about this, but I gotta walk on eggshells. Taurus is mad about that. And then you might not realize that, Taurus, because you're in your own head and in your own world, which, no offense, being kind of selfish. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, or if this person tries to talk about how they feel, like once you start making a person feel like they can't be themselves, they can't express themselves, they can't whatever, like they have to put themselves in a little bottle and just exist around you and survive, people start to resent, and then people start to step out. And that's, I'm not saying like cheating per se, I meant like breaking up, because there's no justification for cheating, bitch, just talk. But this is how this kind of stuff happens, is because well, you get what I'm saying, right? I'm hoping that I'm expressing myself well, because I'm already at almost 20 minutes. So let's get into the tarot. We'll get into your pendulum reading. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, we can go deeper into it. But what can we expect for Taurus in the month of October? Yeah, I hope I'm making sense. I think I've used enough examples. I've used career, I've used friendship, and I've used love. Yeah, so I think that I've covered it enough. So what do we have for Taurus placements? I don't actually take reversals. But I'll keep that in consideration. There's something You could be dealing with a Leo or a Scorpio. There's some sort of argument, Taurus. I'm seeing an argument that's about to start, or an argument that's about to happen. I'm hearing it'll be a big one because it's been building up for a while. And it could lead to a breakup or an ending, or at least a threat of ending a job or something like that. Clarity on the 5 of Wands. Yeah, if you're in a relationship, because I have the Lovers and the Ace of Cups here. If you're in a relationship, there's an argument that's brewing that needs to happen before you guys move forward. And it could end up being a make or break situation. It's like whatever this issue is, whoever has the issue, it's been building up for a while. I'm hearing something about a reputation as well. So if it's not work, you could be dealing with a Gemini. If it's not work, or if it's not love, it could be work. There's something that's been building up that's about to explode, Taurus. I almost said Gemini. Some of you guys are dealing with a Gemini that's about to explode, that's about to blow up. I'm hearing in your face though, because it's like this is something that's been building up for a while. Yeah, there's 2 Aquarius cards. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, but there is hope from the situation though. It's almost kind of giving, whatever this conflict is, Taurus, it's gonna change your perspective on either the relationship, the job, or even yourself, where it's just kind of like, shit, like, I didn't realize I was making people feel that way, or shit, like, I didn't realize I was coming across that way, or how this was affecting my relationships or my work or my day-to-day life. Like, I didn't realize it. And now that I do realize it, it's like, damn. And then you might end up in a situation, Taurus, where you're asking somebody to have mercy on you. Like, you might be in a situation, oh, I'm getting the chills. You might be in a situation where you are like, unequivocally, whatever, wrong. You're wrong. Like, dead the fuck wrong. Like, you can't even convince yourself out of it. You are dead the fuck wrong. Like, somebody could confront you, Taurus, and tell you some shit about yourself that has you stuck beside yourself. And it's just like, wow. Like, wow, you really ran me, bitch. Like, you put me in my place. But almost to a point where it's like, and I'm almost kind of getting, Taurus, it's like you might want to fight back. But it's like, I'm hearing a read. Like, somebody might really read you, Taurus, and you might want to fight them on it, but it's like, it's something that you were cognizant of already, where it's like, maybe it was something in yourself that you were already starting to notice, but it was just, you noticed it in yourself, but you had never had somebody tell you like, hey, Taurus, you're acting like X, Y, and Z. I don't fucking like it. And then you're just like, fuck. It's like, fuck. But it's important that that happens, and it's important that you can receive that, because then when you can receive that, and I love y'all, but you know what the fuck I'm talking about, you can change for the better. And it's like, wow, whoa. And it totally shifts your perspective on everything in life, to where it's just like, damn, I really got to start acting different. And then you start looking at people differently, where it's like, people are imperfect, people are trying. It's like, yeah, people are allowed to have a bad day, people are allowed to have insecurities. I have them too, but maybe you just weren't perceiving yourself that way, because you weren't perceiving it that way because maybe you were, and it's not to be you know how I talk, Taurus, you might have been up your own ass a lot. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it to be mean. I'm just saying a lot of Taurians are up their own ass a lot. I love you guys though. I love y'all, but I mean it in the most like loving way, because that's what I do love about Taurians. It's like, y'all will stand on business, but sometimes the business you're standing on is the wrong business. You know, it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to change. It's okay to evolve and be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that, or maybe I should have. Because I love Taurus' stubborn. My sister's a Taurus. You can't tell her shit. I can, because that's my sister. Y'all can't tell her shit. Okay, period. You can't tell her nothing. But it's not like she's like that. But I'm like, when my sister believes something, she believes it. And that's what I appreciate about her, because it's like, it's a very, very pragmatic, very logical, very whatever. But like when she's standing on something, bitch, you're not getting her to move, period. And I love that about her. But when it comes to Taurus energy though, sometimes you do, it's a fixed sign, but sometimes you do need a little movement. You know, fixed earth, it's like trying to move a boulder, you know? We have other, like I can't think of fixed air or fixed water. Like I guess fixed water would be like ice. But even ice melts, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a fixed rising. Even ice melts, you know, trying to move a fucking mountain with a Taurus. It's just like, I gotta move a fucking mountain. It's just hard. But yeah, Taurus. So that's the message that I have for you for the month of October. What would fixed fire be? I don't know. Anyways, like the sun? I don't fucking know. But anyways, Taurus, thank you so much for coming to my channel. We're gonna go ahead and get into your pendulum. Look at my cool little cards. Okay, bring it back. So, I want you to take a deep breath. And think of your yes or no question. And let's get into it. So, what is the answer to Taurus's question? All right, Taurus, the answer is yes. To whatever your question is, the answer is a strong yes. Okay. Thank you. Please be still. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe on my shit, bro. To my shit, bro. Whatever, you know what I meant. Again, make sure that you check the information in the bio if you're interested in booking a reading with me. Otherwise, thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you later. Ciao.